Hey guys, welcome to Boxing Squared for boxing news and views from around the internet. And news it is today. So Deontay Wilder, he has sent another warning to Stiverne ahead of their November 4th clash. You'll see running in the background here a training clip that Wilder has posted to social media. So along with it on Instagram was a note, and Wilder said, "When it comes to who's the best, it ain't no doubt in my mind, I am that. I don't need more time to put myself in a better position to beat anyone. And come November 4 in Brooklyn, NY at Barclays Center, I will leave once again another example at Beware Stiverne, so Stiverne Twitter handle there, laid out on the canvas, thought style." So if you don't know what a thought is, I'll leave you to search that one on Google. He finished it off with, "I'm about to whoop this trick." Meanwhile, heavyweight contender Dominic Breazeale says he's ready for Eric Molina come November 4 in New York. The fight between the pair has now officially been confirmed for the Wilder-Stiverne undercard at the Barclays Center. Previously, Breazeale had been due to fight Stiverne on the same card in what would have been an eliminator to face the winner of Wilder vs Luis Ortiz. But Stiverne was elevated to the main fight after Ortiz was bumped by the WBC due to drug allegations, specifically failing a pre-fight drug test because of a blood pressure medicine. Well, that's how the story goes, apparently. In a statement, Breazeale says, "I'm glad everything worked out the way it did. I trust my advisor Al Heyman, and I know he has my best interest at heart. That's why everyone wants to sign with him. He takes care of his fighters. I can't wait to get back in the ring and give fans a show. I know Eric Molina is a banger and he's coming to fight. He now has an opportunity to fight for the WBC World Heavyweight title again, and I know he is coming to win. The plan is to finish camp like I had planned originally and come to New York on November 4th and get that win and be ready to face the winner of the main event." In relation to that period of uncertainty before Breazeale was confirmed on the Wilder-Stiverne undercard, he was briefly courted by matchroom promoter Eddie Hearn, who wanted to set a fight between Breazeale and Dillian Whyte. So Breazeale says, "I was willing to fight him, and I believe his team thought that they could take advantage of the situation due to the fact that I had no opponent." Eddie Hearn said there was a substantial offer that was made, and the offer that was presented was far from substantial. Certainly things you'd have to imagine getting a little bit desperate for Dillian Whyte and Hearn now. I mean, Whyte is meant to be fighting on the Joshua Pulev undercard in about 2 weeks' time. One man who does have a fight for that October 28th card, though, is Dave Allen, and he will be rematching, of course, Lenroy Thomas for the Commonwealth title. So the White Rhino has been transforming his body in the gym in recent months, as you can see from this photo he posted to social media. So for a comparison, see this split screen of Allen now versus a year ago when he weighed in at just over 258 pounds for the Luis Ortiz fight. Allen says he's now down to 238 pounds and clearly serious about avenging that loss to Thomas from earlier this year. Tyson Fury has again signalled his intention to return to the ring. The 29-year-old has not fought since defeating Vladimir Klitschko in a stunning upset victory in late 2015 for a variety of reasons, including mental health, drug issues, and more recently, weight gain. It should be noted the Gypsy King is still without a boxing license and also has some historic drug allegations still hanging over his head. In a tweet, Fury says he is eyeing an April 2018 ring return and that he's looking to fight 3 times next year. Meanwhile, Joseph Parker's promoter David Higgins is looking at Fury as a potential opponent if an Anthony Joshua fight does not happen. Relations between Eddie Hearn and Higgins have seemingly soured in recent weeks, with the matchroom promoter talking down Parker's recent performances and value, and Higgins is now refusing to deal with Hearn if he continues to throw out low-ball offers for fights. So stuff.co.nz, see the link in the description, says Higgins believes Hearn is simply trying to lower the value of a Parker-Joshua unification clash and says he won't be lowballed by the kingpin of the lucrative British scene. It continues, if he and Hearn can't sort out their differences, Higgins is prepared to turn his attention to Tyson Fury and what would be a massive fight in Manchester with the potential to sell out Old Trafford, the home of Manchester United, where the Furies are firm fans. Personally, I think I would need to see Fury return full stop before I even entertain the idea of a Tyson Fury Joseph Parker fight. A little bit pie in the sky for me at this point. A fight between veteran heavyweights Alexander Ustinov and Manuel Charr is set to take place in Germany in November. The fighters are ranked number 2 and 4 respectively in the WBA rankings, so it does shape as a very important encounter, at least rankings-wise. So Ustinov was last in the ring in May when he beat walking heavybag Rafael Zimbano Love, and Charr won a unanimous decision last month against Sefer Safari for a vacant WBA International Heavyweight title. It still remains unclear if Luis Ortiz will retain his number 1 ranking in the WBA given recent goings-on, but if not, this potentially could be an eliminator for the mandatory position. And Australian Lucas Brown, he has arrived in Sydney for his training camp against an as-yet unknown opponent. So I'll leave you here with the 25-0 heavyweight who posted this to social media.
So boys and girls, in Sydney for the training camp, so next 7 weeks or so here, Sydney Airport, here we are. Get my training on with Rod out of PCYC at Blacktown. Can't wait. Stay tuned for announcements and all that sort of shit soon.